What's going on, guys? Kai here. I have a treat for you today. We're going to be looking at two 15 million players play in Burning Soul Battle. I have complete build breakdowns as well as play-by-play. Let's get into it. Alright guys, all this information was given to me by Na1, the top TCP player over on NA. They're 15.6, and they're going to be fighting up against Kenpachi, who is roughly 15, can be 15 whenever he feels like it. And we're going to check out their stats, read what they told me about the situation, and then watch the game. So, 7 stats, HP is ridiculous, attack is really high, defense is about what you would expect. Second page stats, really high crit and crit immunity. This is for a particular reason that we'll look at. Block and break are obviously higher than what you have, but a little bit less than what they normally run with. Block damage reduction is great. Pierce protection are, kind of low, but they're really pushing into what this week's effect is. Damage increase, damage reduction, HP steal rate, ignore block, recovery doesn't matter. And all that really matters here is adventure increase, adventure reduction, debuff mastery, and debuff resistance. Alright. Then we have, they're going really deep into the break free because of this weak effect that we'll talk about. And they're doing God Bless Fierce Attack for consistent damage. So the thing is, Slaughter is also a really great option, but when you're in the top tier, you generally just let the Holy Echo deal with the under 60%. The issue is getting them under 60%, which is where Fierce Attack comes in. Fierce Attack is probably the best in the game of getting them under 60%, and then Slaughter or Holy Echo, sometimes both, if you're just trying to get a kill that they don't expect, is really good at taking them from 60% to 0. Now checking out Kenpachi, as you see, less HP, about the same attack, and a lot less defense. About the same crit, a bit less crit immunity, a little bit more crit damage. Block and break, roughly the same. 15-ish% less block damage reduction, a lot less pierce, and about the same protection rate. Similar increase, more damage reduction, more HP steal rate. Those two. He went really big into block recovery, but that's not really doing anything in this matchup. Roughly the same. Adventure increase, adventure decrease, over 100% debuff mastery, debuff resistance. Those are all very, very good. Let's read what they said about the matchup. My stats during the fight, non-buffed. Let me see. There was a thing before it. So, 2 write-ups. One was like a quick little blurb, and then we'll read the actual big thing. What I did do was I went high damage increase with crit high since it was crit week. The weekly effect on Burning Soul Battle was bonus for crit. For defense, I went tenacity high and had block at standard since Kenpachi's break is not a problem. I had crisis warning to force him to hit my block every 8 seconds upon its activation to be able to avoid most of his crit hits. So if the effect that week is crit, people are going to build into crit. Crisis warning gets a lot better because it ignores crit damage. I could have raised crit higher with IO, but I wanted to rely on damage increase and break. My stats during the fight non-buffed and buffed crit rate below. Crit rate 387%. When buffed with priest buff without calculating break free. Wheels are God Bless and Fierce Attack with break free, which is essential for crit based Burning Soul specialty. Normally I don't change will generations and only change the cores according to what I think I need in the fight. For this fight I chose high crit with tenacity to counter Kenpachi's high crit rate of 318%. This is what I tell you guys all the time. Your stats need to depend on who you are fighting against, while having a chance to crit him with my crit rate. Also kept my damage increase high for fairy related damage. This is something that I've also talked about recently, to occur instead of stacking on more crit rate from IOs. Key here is the tenacity ball. Land the crits as fast as possible while dodging fairies and the opponent's tenacity ball if you can. Now, let's get into the actual gameplay. Let me make sure you guys can see that all right. All right, we're good. All right, let's go over here. All right, let's see what we're looking at first. We have Orchid and Snakeberry set against Snakeberry Orchid, Snakeberry Butterfly Orchid. We're using the standard setup. The only other deviation from this is swapping out Heal for Cold Firebird, which is what I use as a more aggressive option. This is a more balanced option. Generally, your fairies are going to do a bunch of your damage. Our secondary is Lance. Let's see what happens. We also have the cat right here. So let's see. Opening it up with buff. They haven't done anything yet. They did a buff as well. Dodged the tenacity ball. Immediately swapped and did Urza Hibiscus. Hibiscus is also going to do some healing. They threw some skills as well. We already did 20-ish%. And Dragon Fighter. My favorite for PvP right now, using the same build that I use for this kind of PvP, Dragon Roar being very, very important for getting out of fairy skills, repositioning, things like this. Alright, dashing in. This reduces their defense. The knockup. Got hit by a stun effect, so used Dragon Roar, which also gave us more, as you see up here, the purple line. And then we got another stun effect, so we used the bird. That's a Natsu punch. They were trying to combo with a stun effect to hit a Natsu punch. They're throwing down their Urza. We got our heal. Look at our HP at full. Just cleanly using dodges. The one not moving fairy invincibility with a 25-second cooldown. They are using the same class. It looks like I see that Lance, the dash forward. We see it right there. They used a dash forward to dodge our basic. And this is something that people don't do enough, is just basic. Just basic attacks. Remember, you have high attack. Just use your basics. And that's your Holy Echo and things like that. And Slaughter will trigger off of all damage, even Fierce Attack. So just use your basics. People lose a lot of damage just not doing their basics. Alright, we go in, knock up, punch in. Everyone's on cooldown right now, so just using our basics. Oh, ooh, missed that one. They got their combo. They're trying to do a Rimuru thing right here, which will allow them to eat our buffs. But our fairies this week kind of counteract what our opponent is trying to do. There's nothing for him to eat besides the heal over time from Hibiscus. Dodge. We got stunned. Dodge. Heal. And I see we have the heal on dodge from guild upgrades. That's big. And we both are obviously healing a lot from HP steal rate. And it is down. Look at the outfit. The outfit's hilarious to me. The little crown. Alright. One down. On to the second. Alright. Nothing's changed. Both are coming with the same setup. They used their buff early this time to make sure they have the shield and the debuff immunity. They swapped to a more aggressive style. I saw like Cold Fire Bird they used. We both used Butterfly Orchids, as you see, can't move, and Snakeberry. Alright, and we hit with everything. Oh my god. We hit with the Urza Hibiscus, which took him under 50, which means we triggered Fierce Attack, so we have a damage boost for a short amount of time. We also have the Holy Echo, which is going to do bonus damage. Not to mention, our main damage class has Urza on it, so we're going to do some extra damage just from Urza being there. Our opponent got some CC, but everyone's damage is already gone. Look at that. 5.1 million finisher hit. Let me know what you guys think down below. Till next time, guys.